This is the best example that 𝗡𝗶𝗯𝗯 Maharahat Merhinin Wahanse. 𝗡𝗶𝗯𝗯, I think she has enlightened using this example, using a flame, using pahandal, a flame from a candle, not a candle, the oil lamp. For a flame to happen, what do you need? You need couple of things. One is for here it's gas, right? Fuel. Let's say it's methane gas, one molecule. Okay, one molecule is there. I'm going to provide only one molecule and one oxygen molecule. Will there be a flame? Can't you see the board? Will there be a flame? No. Now you have to reset your mind. You don't know anything anicca. Now you are going to enter to anicca nature using this, right? Slowly follow me. Will there be a flame? No, there won't be a flame. Crystal clear? Right? And you have to bring heat to the system using a spark. This, whatever the switch happens, tick means what? It's bringing up spark. That means it ignites. Ignites means, ladies and gentlemen, it's not igniting, right? Even though it says ignite, it doesn't ignite. You know that all the terms that we have used, if you closely look at it, it's insane. Sun rises, right? And sunset, isn't it? Does that happen? Just I'm wondering. Sunrise and sunset. Sun sets down, sunrise. I mean, don't you think even the word itself, using that incident, sunrise, for that sunrise, is not sunrise, right? That sunrise doesn't have sunrise within it, right? Don't you think that the way that we explain the world is ignorant and it's something crazy? Not only that, everything is like this. Everything. This is a lighter, right? This is a lighter, right? You know what? It doesn't light up. Can you start? I mean, there's a flame and I'm touching the flame, right? It doesn't happen like that. Everything in the world, like ladies and gentlemen, like that. All the names are utter useless. The name doesn't possess. Name doesn't have the name. Name doesn't have the meaning with it. It's like rich man. His name is rich man, but he is poor. 𝗏𝗏 𝗍𝗏 in Sinhala. It's completely opposite. Even though you have fuel and oxygen, there won't be a flame. You need to bring heat to the system, right? Heat means, ladies and gentlemen, not the temperature. Heat means a vibrational energy. You have to provide vibrational energy to the system. Got it? Agree with this? Let's come to more scientific, huh? Without being ignorant. Huh? Let's think about it. Huh? Now all these things are there. Do you think that there will be a reaction? No, ladies and gentlemen, these things has to come together, and there should be a rearrangement of what? You know that there's a cascade of reaction should happen here. Bonds has to break and rearrange. Don't worry, I'm not writing a chemistry equation here. Right? I don't have to balance it. Just I'm showing here. You know, these are the ingredients, and plus it generates heat as well, right? It generates heat as well. This plus it also generates light energy as well. Remember? Do you understand this? Okay. This plus this. Okay. This is there. Will there be a flame? This is there. Will there be a flame? No. These things actually won't be there here. It happens during the reaction. Light energy and heat appears during what? The reaction. Not the results. Resultant? No, not the results. Results? How you go? Results? No. Palagian go? Product. Not the products. Right? It's not the products. It's not the starting materials. But during the reaction, the reaction, see? Reaction. There's an action. That reaction. It's a reaction. Why do we call reaction? We'll come later. Right? It's an action. Action happens. There's a rearrangement of energy happens. This rearrangement of energy generates light and heat. Did you get the point? Ladies and gentlemen, because of the heat that generates, it provides a vacuum and attract more oxygen to the system. Attract another causes to the system in the next moment. That means after these things comes together, it generates heat, more heat, and attract more causes to the system. As a result of that, next moment will be there another reaction. That means this reaction is making environment to the next moment reaction. That reaction is making environment to the next moment reaction. That reaction is making environment to the next moment reaction. See, in order to reaction to happen, there should be heat, isn't it? When they react, they generate heat. As a result of that, the first moment reaction is providing energy, providing environment to the next moment reaction. Are you clear in here? So that means, ladies and gentlemen, reaction leads to a reaction, leads to a reaction, leads to a reaction, leads to a... There's no doer. Did you get the point? This moment reaction is making environment to whatever that happens in the next moment. But this reaction doesn't have a plan that the same reaction will happen, because who knows? Oxygen, there won't be any oxygen to joining in the party next moment. But it doesn't matter. It's providing environment to bring causes. This reaction creates a vacuum. The first moment reaction creates a vacuum that attracts causes to the next moment. As a result of that, whatever that joining the party, will there be a reaction? If carbon dioxide join here, there won't be a flame. If without full, let's say this is like a candle, so I have a candle here as well. Let's say that if you put water here, now what will be joining in the next moment? If you put water here, let's say you light up the candle and put water here, right? Then you will, there will be another, it's flame won't be there, because why? Because of the water. Did you get the point? Right? So that means this moment reaction is creating a vacuum and creates energy and conditions to the next moment reaction. As a result of that, what happens? A continuation of continuously, there will be a reaction. Now, ladies and gentlemen, because of this reaction happens, flame appears, isn't it? It's not because of the starting materials, it's not because of the end product, it's because of the rearrangement of bonds, it's because of the action, it's because of the reaction that there's a manifestation of a flame. That means, ladies and gentlemen, flame is a manifestation that occurred only because of what? The energy exchange, energy conversion. Whatever that happens in here, energy conversion happens in here, is give a result. What is the result? A flame. Now the thing is, can you say there's a flame because this moment reaction is not this moment reaction is not this moment reaction? Because each and every moment reaction happens. It's not the same reaction, it's not the same molecules, it's not the same ingredient, because each and every moment whatever the ingredients are that coming to the party will generate the reaction. As a result of that, the flame is actually, you can't say flame is there, you can't say flame is not there, because flame is something manifesting, flame is something keep generating each and every moment. You can't say it's made. It's something made. Does this make sense? Each and every moment this reaction generates what? Light energy. That light energy triggers what? Another cascade of reaction. That cascade of reaction generates what? Flame. Now tell me. You can see a flame, right? Is there a flame there? Or the reaction keep happening? As a result of that, in your mind, yellow color appears. It's in your mind that yellow color appearing, ladies and gentlemen. It appears and appearing, can you say it's something made? Because if something made, the yellow color is something made, then now what happened? Even right now, it should be there. Why? Because it appeared. Appeared means done. Made in China, made in mind. Right? Like made in China, made in mind. Is it something like made in mind? No, it cannot be made in mind, ladies and gentlemen. Because why? It's something always because of the support from the reaction that happening. That means you can't say the same flame is now moving, right? Can you say this flame is moving? Can you say this flame? Because this flame is not 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 this flame, then how can you say the same flame is moving and same flame is dancing? You can't say like that. Another characteristic of a manifestation is manifestation happens, manifestation never produce, manifestation can't be done. Because the process, when the process appears, when the process happens, when the process is keep going on, that keeps going on provides the support for the manifestation. It's something like juggling. Have you seen people keeping the ball in the air by throwing the ball out, pulling the ball into the air? Like, it's something. Have you seen, this is a good example is Mahajana Sampatha, those days in Rupayani, right, when they that's the lottery, that balls, the lottery, the numbers, they get trapped in the air, and showing you, this is number 12. The number 12 is trapped in the air. It gets caught in the airflow, those ping pong balls. Remember, it's something like that. You can't say, it's like water fountain. It's like water fountain. That you can't say it's there. It appears, but you can't say it's the same thing, because why? Each and every moment water flows. Likewise, the flame is also what? Flame always what? Appears, ladies and gentlemen, because of the reaction. If reaction happens, flame will be there. You can't say flame will be there, because you can't say a flame appeared. Did you get this point? Flame can't be made, because it's always being made. Being made means always producing. It's the moment, is always in the moment. It's something going on. It's not something done. It's not something completed. It's something always producing. And don't perceive it like flame is like this, like blinking. It's not something blinking, ladies and gentlemen. It's never produced. In the state of never produced. It's in the state of never done. You can't say that you're touching the flame, because you can't. I mean, this is not you're touching the flame, right? This the heat that you experience right now when you bring your finger closer to the flame. It's not because of the flame. Flame appeared in where? Flame appeared in the mind, ladies and gentlemen. This part always appeared in the mind. This is not flame's heat. What I sense, imagine that, I don't know whether you don't sense right now, but I sense, right? I feel like this is the flame's heat. This is not flame's heat, ladies and gentlemen, because this is the heat generation that happens because of the reaction. Reaction produces the heat, and reaction produces the manifestation of a flame. You can't say flame's heat and flame's oxygen and flame's. Flame can't own anything. Flame is a puppet that appeared after all these things happens. When all these things happen, when the reaction happens, flame appear. Flame never produced. And the other thing is, the flame that appeared in your mind, the flame that appear in your mind, ladies and gentlemen, can't have expectation that next moment also there will be a flame, because that flaming process, what you experience as a flame, there's no control at all to that flame for that reaction, because reaction happen in somewhere else and flame happen in somewhere else. Do you understand that? Because flame appears in your mind, colors are appearing in your mind. This reaction generates light and heat. As a result of that, light is producing another cascade of reaction that generates a flame. This heat, whatever that produced because of the reaction, is producing another cause and condition to the next moment reaction. If water joins this party, the next moment there won't be any light energy. As a result of that, there won't be any flame. So whatever the flame that you experienced in that moment is not something made. Did you understand that? Something not made? Hadila ne. It's not something done. You can't say it because you cannot isolate it. Always flows. Always because of the reaction, it is something producing. When the reaction is not there, when the moment that reaction stops, the process of flaming stops. Now, here, have you seen all these cartoons, the Woody Woodpecker and Tom and Jerry, when they run after each other on the roofs, or in the top roofs, right? Then suddenly they realize there's no ground and they fell down. Remember that cartoons? They run after each other and they realize that there's no flow, then go down. No, it's not something like that. It doesn't work like that. The moment that there's no flow, you feel the gravity and you go down, right? It's not something that you have a decision, okay, let's go down and go there, right? Does that make sense? So when the reaction happens, this appears. The moment that reaction stops, this disappears. That means you can't say it's something made. Every moment it appearing. It is something appearing. Appearing doesn't mean that appeared. Holding this pen like this doesn't mean that I have done holding the pen. I always now exert my energy, but to keep it in this place. That's the characteristic of a manifestation, ladies and gentlemen. That's the characteristic of a manifestation. It's not something done, never produced. You can't say it, you can't say there's nothing, because you can see something. Are you contemplating or thinking, or you're sleeping? The causes has to come together. That come togethering, the process of reaction, process come together, the producing it, reacting, that reaction generates what? A manifestation. Manifestation is never produced. Manifestation is so innocent, and manifestation is destitute because there's no control at all to the manifestation, because flame appears in the mind, this appears in the outside world, whatever the place that you think that it is there, we don't know, it will be there. Now think about, ladies and gentlemen, whatever the flame that you witness here, it's not something there. You can't say it's something there. Did you get this point? If flame is a manifestation, before flame appeared in your mind, color should appear, isn't it? Without color, there's no flame. Let's say you have worn a glass that absorbs the light energy that emits from this reaction. Let's say you have worn a glass, you wear a glass, right? You wear a glass that absorbs, let's say the light energy that produces here is 456 Hertz. If that glass absorbs 456 Hertz, what will happen to the flame that you see? You won't see any flame. Then you will go nearby and you will feel the heat, but you can't see a flame. It will happen to you. That means, ladies and gentlemen, before flame appears, before that flame experience appear in your mind, colors appear in your mind. That means colors are something manifestations. Colors are something not there. Colors keep appearing in your mind. Then, ladies and gentlemen, we need to understand that flame is not a flame. Likewise, mind is not a mind. Minding is a process that appears because of the cascade of reaction that happens. It's because of the causes come together, 𝗠𝗶 happens. 𝗠𝗶 means what? It's a manifestation. Vidyamanai, Sambhutan. Manifestation. Manifestation appears, manifestation happens. Now, apply it to the real life situation. Whatever that you experience right now, this is something there, or this is something, the colors that you experience. Ladies and gentlemen, now Mara can't now escape because you have understood the anicca. Now you are applying anicca not to the objects but to the colors. What you see as field, what you see as a human, what you hear as a flute sound, actually these are not flute sound, these are the sound that appears in your mind because of what? It's a manifestation. It's because that appear in your mind because of what? The reactions going on. Hetum paticca sambhutan. Now you apply Nyaya, now you apply the theory not to the real life situation, but to the sight, sound, taste, smell, touch, thoughts. These are the processes that you have to apply, not to the objects. You can't apply to the objects, but what we have done is, using this example, we have entered to the anicca. Did you get this point? Reaction happens and flame appeared. Are you perplexed with that? You know, there's a subtle thing you need to understand, okay? The flame never produce. It's always in the move, in the move of what? In producing, in production. I can give another example. Imagine you fill balloon with water. A balloon, you filled you take a balloon and you fill water with in the balloon, and you place a hole here. Now what happened? There will be a water flow, right? Like this. Right? Is it something produced or producing always? Is it something there, or it's fixed? The same water flows, or no, right? Can you say it's there? Can you say it's nothing is there? See, you can't say nothing is there, you can't say it's there, because why? Never produce. Isn't it? If that is the case, now what you think? What mind always experience are what? They are what? Tell me. Manifestations. Manifestation means what? Because of the reaction it appears, but it's not there. You can't say it's there, because why? It's not there. It's not there means why? It never produced. It's not something done. You can't say it's there. It always appearing, always producing, always supporting, always giving, keep going on. It's appearing. Are you entering to the Dhamma, or you are still in the ignorance? Appearing. Likewise, ladies and gentlemen, how about mental vexation then? The vexation you feel, that is also what? Never produce. It always producing. Don't worry, you don't have to do anything. It never produced. It's not the end of the world, because it never produced. You know, when you realize it, when you realize, when you contemplate the Dhamma and apply this onto the vexation, then you know the next moment vexation won't be there. You know how vexation appeared. Not vexation. Vexation appeared because of the ignorance. When you realize the vexation as something appearing, the next moment vexation disappears, because vexation was keep producing because of the ignorance. Ignorance of what? It's never produced. Ignorance of what? Ignorance of not knowing that it's never produced. You need to apply this, and you need to realize it, ladies and gentlemen. When you mentally vex, using an example, think about the flame. There's a reaction going on. It never stops as long as reaction going on, right? As long as reaction happens. What happens? The flame appear. It appearing. It never produced. Whatever the colors that you can see right now, ladies and gentlemen, they are not colors that fixed. Each and every moment, it's something producing, it always appearing, it always never produced. It's not something done. The sound never done. Sounding happens, sounding, always producing. We'll discuss this deeper again and again and again until you get convinced, ladies and gentlemen. This is something really, really important. So you can re-listen that part in that half an hour. Revisit that part again and again and again. Try to understand this anicca nature. Do it. I mean, apply. Every day I'm using a flame. Know this. Using a metaphor, enter to the Dhamma, and then apply to the colors, because colors are what you see right now. You can't see me. You are seeing the colors, ladies and gentlemen. This is not Swami Nonsense. Can you see the flame is moving? Can you say the flame is moving? Is it the flame or flaming? Then if it is the flame, if it is, you can't say the flame. If it is flaming, can you say flame moves? No. Then how about this? Is this the same Swami Nonsense moves, or this is Swami Nonsense saying? I mean, don't think about the outside world. I'm talking to come to your senses, right? Like, think about the moment you experience. The experiencing moments are moments of experiences. These experiences are never produced. It's always happening, ladies and gentlemen. It's never done. You can't keep it, you can't hold it, you can't throw it, you can't even compare it, ladies and gentlemen, because why? How can you compare something never produced? That's for the next session. You can't compare anything in this world. If you compare, you have to be so ignorant to compare. Never produced one? Never produced? You can't compare. How can you compare? Never produced. You have to enter to this anicca. I don't know how to enter. I don't know, because I can possess within your mind and within your body and practice. Even though I practice like that, I will practice for myself. I can't practice on behalf of you. Even I possess you and practice this. And this is an exorcism that the exorcist doesn't know whether exorcism happens or not, just doing the exorcism. You know what is exorcism, right? Shanti karme. Now think about this, ladies and gentlemen. There's just reaction happening. It's never done. The moment that rearrangement happens in the bonds, the rearrangement of the structure, that process triggers the manifestation of a flame. That process triggers the flame. That if it is a process triggers the flame, can you say this moment, flame is produced or always being produced? Exactly. That's exactly the way that you experience the world right now. Now you can see me, right? Look at the other side. Whatever the side that you have. Yeah. Now you see the outside world, isn't it? Whatever the other side. What do you have? Different things that you brought to your life, right? And look at here. Are you seeing the same Swami Nasi? No. Now look at the things that you have brought to your life. They are not the same thing. Thinking. Thinking. You can't see them, ladies and gentlemen, because reaction appears within your mind. Whatever the mind is, mind always experiences what mind experiences. There's an experience, there's no objects. Experiencing process happens. You are a reaction center. You are not you are youing, the reaction center. Color appearing and then perceptioning. Reaction center is the ideal world for 𝗡𝗁𝗶𝗰𝗪. This is the center of reaction. Reaction center. Reaction happen, appear. Never produced. Never produced means you can't isolate one moment, because even though it's a moment, it's not a moment because it's a movement. Movement. Process. That's what we call 𝗡𝗁𝗂𝗿𝗲. Now think about this. If this gets convinced to you more and more and more, ladies and gentlemen, now you don't have to worry about your real life situation, because it will come to your real life situation. Because there's no real life. Always what? Reactioning. Even though there's no sunset in the sunset, there's no life in the life. Because always living. There's no the life. Lifing. There's no noun in the world. Always verbs. And always in the ing continuous form. Do you understand this? Let's talk about this again and again and again. You will understand it again and again and again. I mean, there's a whole lot of things we have to discuss. I haven't discussed this. Do you think that I have discussed this? Flame process? No. In Sunday sermons, I have been discussing, I think now 4 weeks or 5 weeks. I'm doing it again and again, the same flame. This is the anicca. Only anicca. Dukkha anatta is also there. Why there's a reaction? Who asked you to react? Who asked them to react? Why do they react? They won't be able to stay there, isn't it? Why do they react? Why do they have to react? Why? Have you asked them to react? Have you asked them to exchange the bonds? No. They do that, right? Go and ask from them why. They will say, I don't know why. 𝗡𝗁𝗰𝗪𝗃. Because there's no purpose. The purpose of your life is to find out there's no purpose in your life. The purpose of your life is to find out there's no purpose of your life, because nothing ever produces. I don't know why. 𝗡𝗁𝗰𝗪𝗃. Whenever, happening, doing, not doing, being. Why? Being. Produced? No. Anything done? No. To be continued? Yes. When you are going to done? No. No idea. It's a meh. Meh, right? MEH. Futile, utter waste. Utter waste. Nothing ever happened. See? Flame didn't happen. Likewise, nothing ever happened. But you feel like, no, you have done this much and this much. Now you are in the United Kingdom. You know, United Kingdom is also United Kingdom. It is also uniting kingdom. You know, if a product, like they named it as made in China, like, okay, if it is made in China, it should be done, isn't it? When it is made in China, when they made that thing in China, and then when they import it into the UK, now there you can't say it's made in China, now being made in the UK. Because still bonds are bonding or bonds are done. I mean, do you think the bonds here, they are done? Hmm? Take your saucepans or something, you know, the porcelain, what something, not sorry, sauce. You can experience whether they are done or not. How? Throw it away, like. Then you will feel, you will see, they scatters. That means what? Never done. This is also never done. That's why I won't be able to scratch. It's not something made in China. This is being made in Australia now. Did you get the point? Nothing ever produced. Now imagine if you want to produce something, that there won't be any production. You have to keep doing it, right? Why? It never produced. It's like this, ladies and gentlemen. You know, those days in my grandmother's grandfather, my grandfather had a bicycle, rally bicycle. Its brand name is Rally. I don't know whether you have remember. And he had that a small dynamo that attached to the bike. You can attach to the tire. When tire rotate, the dynamo rotates. As a result of that there's a light attached to the in front. There's no battery. So those days, in order to have the light, I am riding the bike. In order to keep the light, I want to see the light. I want to keep, the fantasy that I had is I want to maintain the light in the same length, same strength. Because if I ride it too much, then what happens? It's brighten up. If I slow down, it slow down. I mean, it reduces the light. So my task is to maintain the same light, same amount. So what I have to do? That's the fantasy I had. I think I should do that, and then I keep riding the same level, to keep that light. Can I produce the light and say rest, have a rest? No. It's like juggling. When you push it, it will come down. Then if you want to keep the ball in the air, then you push it again, throw it again, it will come down. You know, there's a secret behind why we call them as a reaction. Because this reaction happens because of an action. This is a reaction. Nature is a reaction because of an action. Who has done? You can show your colors. It's us. Ignorance in the mind produced this reaction. That's it. Right now, the thing is, even right now, because of the ignorance, now it making the causes for the next reaction. Likewise, it keeps going on. You can't escape from it. Unless you are so, what do you call? If you understand the Dhamma and if you fight against Mara and ignorance, then that is the way to come to the realization. Then you are then you will be you will unsubscribe from ignorance. Now you stop paying for that subscription. I mean, this is the journey. This is the journey to the end the journey. This is the journey to end the journey. Yes, that's the word. Got it? Clear about this manifestation? Huh? I mean, ladies and gentlemen, only from this we can talk years, because this is so profound. You can open up so many ideas, so many variations of this realization. It's only 𝗡𝗁𝗁𝗃𝗃 causes come together for manifestation. You know, that word come together can explain for another year. Come together, causes come together. Why, how? Why there are causes? Why they come together? How they come together? Why they have to come together? Why don't why can't they be there? Why can't they stay there without coming together? It's all anicca dukkha anatta. Right? Shall we call it a day? Okay. There was a night, everybody. See you in the next week.